Welcome back to Off Script with Katrina Lee. And today's episode, I want to talk about dating. I made a video of this on TikTok and it was really popular. People had lots of things to say, good things. And so I thought it would be fun to talk about it here in this series. So I've been single for over 5 years. I haven't dated ever since my divorce. And that's kind of a natural behavior for me, or a natural pattern, where I just don't date for a very long period of time. I've only had like 2 serious relationships in my life. My first one in my 20s. And then I think after that relationship, I was single for over 4 or 5 years. And then I got into a second relationship, which was like my marriage. And then I've been single for 5 years. And so I just have this like pattern of like not dating for a long period of time. And I do that because I find dating to be exhausting. I also just really enjoy being by myself. I love the freedom it gives me, and I love being able to do whatever I want and to learn more about myself. And that is why after my divorce, I just chose to repeat that pattern of not dating, because I really wanted to focus on becoming a better person. And I really wanted to focus on healing myself. And I wanted to focus on just some personal growth and self-improvement. And I didn't want anybody to distract me. I didn't want my time or energy to be taken away. And I felt that it was my responsibility to make sure that I was the very best person that I could be before I started dating again. I also wanted to make sure that when I do date, that I'm able to spot red flags, that I have enough courage to walk away from things that don't serve me or people that don't serve me. I didn't want to also be the type of mother who just dated random people and who brought in guys in and out of my children's lives, and be the kind of person who couldn't spot toxic relationships. When I was younger, I saw red flags, I just ignored them. Or I thought that I could change the person. But now that I'm older, I know that red flags is a sign that you run, that you can't save anyone. Another reason why I'm not dating is because I didn't have the best experience as a child. My parents divorced when I was 1, and my mom was a single mom for a very long time. It didn't mean that she didn't try to date. She actually did. But during all those years, she dated a handful of guys, and each person that she dated was a red flag. Terrible people, cheaters. They were abusive. They were, I don't know if I can say this word. Am I gonna get flagged? But they consumed and did like a lot of bad things. And so I was very aware that I didn't want to repeat that same cycle with my kids. And because of my childhood experience and my mom's dating history and everything I had to witness and all the bad men that I saw her bring home, I didn't want that for my kids. And so when I divorced, I was just like, doesn't bother me if I don't date, because my main focus was just to rebuild our lives and create a new foundation for all of us. I wanted our life to be stable. I wanted to have new family traditions. I wanted to become a better mother. I wanted to focus on my 2 children. And so for the last 5 years, those are the only things I have focused on. Dating was on the bottom of my list. In fact, it wasn't even on my list of things I wanted to focus on. And I'm so glad that I spent the last 5 years just focusing on myself and focusing on my kids and building a stable home, because we are such a happy family. But now that it's been 5 years, and now that I'm in a good place in my life, I do feel like maybe it's time to start dating or just to test the waters. I feel like I'm confident now. I'm able to spot red flags. I'm able to walk away from things that don't serve me. I know when to close the door on people. I have really strong boundaries, high standards, and I just feel like I am a quality person, and that I've built a really strong and stable life for my kids and I, that maybe the next step is to just test the waters and start dating. It's been nice to see my friends date and to see them in relationships and to see how that all transpires, because it's really fun. I get to live vicariously through them. They'll tell me their stories, they'll tell me who they're dating, they'll tell me like what's going on. And so it's really nice. And so they kind of planted the seed in my head that maybe it's time for me to test the waters and venture out and see what's out there. I don't want to do dating apps. I feel like it's overwhelming because of the nature of how these dating apps are built, having to swipe. And if you don't swipe, then you lose it. You don't get to see that person again. Or I think that's how it works. I've only tried a few. And I haven't like tried dating apps for a long period of time. I think I've like tried Hinge for like a day or two, but then that got weird. So I just like closed my account. And I tried Bumble for a day, but I didn't like the options, so I closed that account. But also I've just heard some bad stories from other people, so I really don't feel like I want to try dating apps again or at all. I just want to meet potential partners naturally, just doing what I love doing, like hiking or volunteering or working or going to the library, all just fun stuff that I enjoy. And then maybe I'll meet someone along the way. So we'll see. I'll give you guys an update.